Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome back to this video today. Today, what we're going to be going into is the top 5 secrets for you to close $10,000 deals. Now, I've put a lot of effort in today's video. I've actually gone ahead and created a presentation. Let me know in the comments down below after the video if you enjoyed it, and let's hop into it.
Alright guys, how's it going, and welcome inside of the presentation. Now, as mentioned, what we're going to be going into is the 5 persuasion techniques to close $10,000 deals. The truth of the matter is, look, yes, this can definitely help you close $10,000 deals, but no matter how small or how large the deal is, whether you're closing 7-figure deals or whether you're closing simply a $100 deal, these persuasion techniques will come into play. They're some of the most powerful things that you can do to take your business to the next level, and I'm really excited to share them with you today. So just before we actually hop into the rest of the presentation, I just want to ask you to get yourself a pen and a piece of paper or a pad or a notepad or a journal, whatever it is, and sit down and make some notes on this video so you can really get the most out of it. I've really put a lot of effort into this video, and I really cannot drive home the importance of these techniques. And if you want to get the most out of it, make sure you just pause the video now, go and grab something to make notes with, and then come back and sit down. Okay then, so first things first, before we jump into the 5 tips, I just want to share with you this quote from Aristotle. And he said, "Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion." So what he means by this is, look, obviously I'm going to share with you these 5 persuasion techniques today, and they are absolutely insane. They're awesome. They're really going to help your business. But the truth is, if you do not have a nice, approachable character, if you are not friendly, if you are not charismatic, if you are not somebody that people want to surround themselves with, I don't care how many persuasion techniques you use. If you come across as not a very nice person, if you come across scammy or spammy or needy or any of these things, the truth is it does not matter. So in all honesty, the most effective means of persuasion is your character. It is how you come across. It's that you come across approachable. It's you come across charismatic. You're friendly. You're polite. You're understanding. You listen and things like that. So, and obviously you guys are here listening to this video today and watching this video because you are into self-improvement and improving your knowledge and improving yourself and taking yourself to the next level. So the chances are, you're probably already an approachable character. But, constantly be working on yourself, constantly be improving yourself. There's all sorts of things you can do besides reading books, courses, training programs, and make sure you're constantly on the search to make yourself a better version, because that is going to honestly be the best form of persuasion. It's just being approachable and a good, nice character. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. Obviously Aristotle is probably one of the most geniuses of all time that have ever lived, so if he says it, then it must be true. Okay, so first things first, and let's hop into the first technique here that we're going to go into, and that is the foot in the door technique. So the foot in the door principle means that prior to asking for a big favor, you should ask for a smaller one. By first asking for something small, you're making the individual committed to helping you, and the larger request acts as a continuation of something technically already agreed upon. So basically what that means is you should ask for something very small first before you ask for something very large. Now I'm going to go into a couple of real life applications here for you. I've got some examples to go through so you can probably better understand that. So here's a real life application. So let's say you missed a class and asked your classmate for their notes. Subsequently, you admit to have been a tad irresponsible this semester and asked for the notes for the entire semester. By first asking for the small favor, you increase your chances of getting the big one, namely a free ride on your classmate's notes. So like again, by asking first just for your notes, right? So just for one class, you miss one class and asking for the notes for that one class, they're more likely to accept. Now, once they've accepted that, you then go on to ask for, I've been a bit irresponsible this semester. Can I have them for the whole semester? They're probably more likely to agree because they've already agreed beforehand. Here's a business example here that you will see all of the time. Collecting an email address before asking for a purchase. It's a micro commitment. You see this everywhere, Any good successful business or business person, they do this. And yes, it's good to collect the email because that means you can then obviously advertise to them again, but that's only half the deal. Half of it is the fact that you're getting them to already make a micro commitment. So before handing over their credit card, they're handing over their personal information. They might have to put in a name, a number sometimes, an email address, and this is a micro commitment. This is essentially the foot in the door technique at its finest. You're getting your foot in the door by asking for an email address, and then after that, it's a lot easier to ask for the purchase because you've already made that commitment. Another example here as well, asking for someone to like your YouTube video or subscribe before selling them your products. So, for example, today, let's say this is the first time that you watch me. I do have training programs. I'm not here to sell you those training programs, but I've given you this free content at the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, you might like it. And because you've liked it, you may then be more inclined further down the line to purchase my products. If this was the first time you ever saw me and I was straight in your face, buy my products, do this, do that, you aren't going to go away. You're not going to watch my videos anymore. So, but by making that micro commitment, you're more likely to purchase them. And this works with anybody. So yeah, getting someone to like your YouTube video or subscribe to your channel before selling them your products is another example of that. Asking to set up a meeting with a prospect rather than going in for the close right away. So you see this all the time. I go into this in when I talk about social media marketing. Whenever you make a cold call or you're doing some kind of cold outreach, your first goal should always be to get them to set up a meeting. So obviously, I don't personally cold call. I'm not the hugest fan of cold calling, but let's look at cold calling for an example. When you make a cold call, you are going to never ever ever close a client. If straight on the phone you say, look, by the way, hey John, I'm just calling today to see if you want to spend $1,000 to buy my social media marketing, services. Every single month it's $1,000. You interested? They're going to hang that phone up. They are never going to reply to you. Instead, if you ask for a micro commitment, you just say, look, all I'm asking for is you to set up a meeting with me. The worst thing that can happen is, you walk away, we're not a good fit. But, let's just see if we're a good fit. Let's set up a meeting. They are more likely to agree to that because it's a micro commitment. And then because they've agreed to that, they are then more likely to then go into the meeting and you're more likely to get the close. So there are a few examples of the foot in the door technique. There's obviously, now that you know what it is, you can probably start to see everywhere you go that it is used very, very regularly from successful businesses. Number 2, anchoring. So anchoring is a cognitive bias present in most decision making. How do you know what product is good, for example? You compare it to similar products and make a decision from there. This technique has a lot of different uses, one of the most used being pricing. Anchoring, if used properly, can be a powerful persuasion technique. Again, I've got some examples for you here. So let's say you're looking to buy a new car and you come across an okay deal for say $10,000. You bargain with the salesman and you manage to lower the cost to $7,000. You go home being satisfied and content, thinking how much of a bargain it was. The actual value for the car, however, was lower than $7,000. The initial price of $10,000 acts as an anchor, so you perceive anything lower than that as a good deal. So look, you see this all of the time, literally all of the time. When you go into a supermarket and they say, was £3 now $1, was $3 now $1. You think you're getting a bargain because you think you're getting it for $2 off, when the truth is it is actually only $1. That $3 is known as an anchor. It makes you think that you're getting a great deal because it was shown as an offer to before be $2 more expensive, when it's just not the case anyway. It was always going to be $1. This is a very, very, very powerful sales technique, and people think they're getting deals when the truth is they're not, and it helps you sell your product easier because people think they're getting a huge discount, and it also makes them feel better because they feel like they're walking away with great value. Another example as well is, let's say you just got a new job offer with an initial offer of $2,000 per month. You negotiate it to $2,200 a month. Again, as with the previous example, you may be getting lowballed. While a 10% increase over the initial offer may seem attractive, it might still be lower than your actual value. So, they may have gone in saying, look, we're willing to pay $2,000 a month, but the truth is they were actually willing to pay $3,000 a month. Think about it. No one ever goes in. So let's say you're selling a house. Nobody ever says, I want to get 300 grand for this house, so I'm going to put it up for 300 grand. If you want to get 300 grand for your house, you put it up for 350 grand or 330 grand and assume that people are going to go in at least 10% lower. That's generally how it works in the house market. When I purchased my house, that's sort of the advice I was given. And nobody ever puts it up for the price they're willing to sell it for. Everybody has, in most scenarios, room for negotiation. So, obviously as a consumer, it's fine. It's good to understand that that's probably the case. When you're buying stuff, it's good to know this. But it's even more important to know this as a business owner. When you are pricing your services and you're selling products, you can use this anchoring to make people feel like they're getting a fantastic deal. And number 3, social proof. So, most of your friends love this video. You should too. Everybody believes it, so it must be true. You see this all the time. If you see something with hundreds of thousands of views, you automatically believe that it must be good because it's got hundreds of thousands of views and everyone else has viewed it, everyone else has shared it. It must be good. Everyone else says it's good. It's just a cognitive bias that we're all used to. It's ingrained into us that because everyone else thinks it's good, we think it good. And if you really start to understand social proof from a business owner's point of view and you know how to use it, it can be potentially the biggest and the most important persuasion technique of all of them. So look, it doesn't take much to notice that in most social groups there is a high level of groupthink. Someone mentions an idea and everyone just goes with it, even if they all disagree with it. When making a decision, people look at what their peers do and act in a similar fashion. You are lying if this has not happened to you when you're out with your friends and you know, let's say you want to decide to go to a certain restaurant. You really want to go to a Frankie's and Benny's, for example, but your friends say, let's go to a different restaurant. You're more likely to just agree because everyone else has said that, even if you disagree with it. Even if you want to go somewhere else, the chances are, you know, you're just going to agree with what your friends think. It's, you know, we live in a very sheepish world where we just follow the crowd. And you know what? Like, that's just the way it is, and that's the way we work as humans. There's nothing we can do about it. It is literally ingrained into us, this need for sort of social recognition and things like that. But when you use it and actually take a step back from it and look at it from objectively and how you can use that in your business, it's really powerful. So here are some business examples here. The first one is testimonials. So you should be using testimonials to help establish credibility. Testimonials work because they aren't strong sales pitches. They come across in an unbiased voice and establish trust. You're using real people to show success in your product or services. So look, if someone else has had success on it, you know that you can get success. So, you know, let's say I'm promoting a product right now. I'm selling you this product, and then, but I've got no proof that this works. I'm just saying, buy this product. It's very salesy. You might not do it. If I say, look, here's the results that John used, you know, using this product. Well, John's just a normal guy. John got success with it, and if he's done it, I can do it too. That is social proof. Another business example, vanity metrics. So this YouTube video has the most views, therefore it must be the most relevant and appropriate to me. That's the way the brain thinks. That's the way your brain works. Again, it just is not true. This person has a lot of followers, so I will follow him too. I promise you, if you saw two accounts, right, the exact same content, the exact same person, one of the guys had 100 followers, the other guy had 1 million followers. I promise you, even if it's just subconsciously, you are so much more likely to follow the guy if he's verified or if he's got 1 million followers than if it was the exact same content and he had 100 followers. It's just weird. That's why it's always harder to get your first few hundred subscribers and followers online, because people generally follow people who already have followers because they already have that social proof. We live in a world where social proof is huge, and if you use it to your advantage, guys, I'm telling you right now, things like testimonials, to be honest with you, testimonials are probably the most important that you can use in terms of social proof whenever you release any product or service, whatever it may be, whether that's for a social media marketing agency, for a personal branding training program or coaching, or if you're in a completely different business altogether, e-commerce. You know, social proof, you see it literally everywhere, testimonials. Another good thing you see sometimes on websites is if you're on a website and it pops up saying, you know, John purchased this 5 minutes ago. You know, that's another good thing as well, because it's just saying, you know, you see this, I think it might be a part of ClickFunnels, I think. But yeah, it's just like John purchased this 5 minutes ago, or, you know, Abigail purchased this 10 minutes ago. And it just pops up in the bottom left-hand corner. Again, that's just, the whole reason that's there is for no other reason than for social proof, just to show you that other people are taking action too, and you should act in a similar fashion. Okay, number 4 here, scarcity. So, scarcity is one of the most used persuasion techniques used by salesmen and marketers. People tend to want more of things which are low in supply. If you convince an individual that something is only available for a limited time or is in limited supply, they're more likely to want it. So look, Booking.com never fails to point out how there's only 2 to 3 room left in a hotel, or how 20 other people are also looking at the same hotel. So I took to Booking.com and had a little look here for you guys, and boom, the first hotels I saw, you got the one over here on the left hand side, in high demand, booked 36 times in the last 24 hours. And on the right hand side here, we've got 2 examples of different hotels. The top one was there's only 1 room left, and it was booked 2 times in the last 6 hours. And below that, just to show you that they're not messing about and they're not lying with this scarcity, they've put, look, you've just missed out. Our last room sold out yesterday. Look, there's no need for them to have that on there. That hotel is sold out. There's no need for that to be on booking.com when I'm looking for hotels. But why is it there? It's there to show you that, look, damn it, you've just missed out on this one. Hurry up. There's only one left. There's only one room left on this other hotel. You got to act quick. Okay. It's so goddamn clever. Scarcity, again, is probably just as important as social proof. It's like, if you use this correctly, it honestly, it's so powerful. Another person that does a good job and another company that do a good job of this is Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. If you take a look on the left hand side here, you can see, look, the time is running out for this free ebook. I guarantee you, if you refresh that web page, the timer would go back up to a few minutes remaining. This just makes you want to act fast. Damn it, I've only got 1 minute left until I need to, download this ebook. Quickly, I better download it, right? And then the same here on the right-hand side, this is what's called an offer bump, like a one-time offer. So this is something that Russell Brunson did after you sign out to buy his .com Secret Labs. I think that's his book. And it gives you the offer here to buy. It says, do you want our conversion crossover video sales letter template? It's proven to work and easy to install. Click yes to add this to your offer now for just $37. And look, this is the clever part. This offer is not available at any other time or place. They're basically saying, after you check out of this, you are never, ever going to get this offer again. So you better goddamn take it. Look, you're getting a discount, and you better take it now because it's never happening again. This is Scarcity. It's very, 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 very clever. Look, I've put on the next slide here. FOMO, fear of missing out. The best way to say this in a 2018 term is FOMO. Fear of missing out. We all have the fear of missing out, whether that's in terms of social engagements. You feel like you've got to go out on a social engagement because you don't want to miss out. That's essentially scarcity. You don't want to miss out on buying this product because look, what if I don't buy this product now? I mean, if I do buy this product, fantastic, I could get all these benefits. But if I don't buy it now, I'm never, ever going to get it again. You have that fear of missing out on the offer. Same with booking.com. You look at these rooms. Damn it, I really like this hotel room and there's only one room left. Damn it, I better act now because if it goes, I'm going to lose it and I'm going to have that fear of missing out. So scarcity or FOMO, use it. If you can use it yourself in business, it's fantastic. Lots of things you can do. Let's just look at it from a point of view from a social media marketing agency. You can simply say, look, I'm only taking on one new client at the minute. Unfortunately, I've got another 2 calls later today. So look, if you want to, I can send you an invoice now. If you pay right now whilst we're on the phone, fantastic. I'll cancel my calls later today. If not, I'm going to have to go ahead and take it. Again, you get that fear. They get that fear of missing out. What if these other 2 people, what if he takes the call with these other 2 people and they become his clients? I don't want to miss out on having Brad's services because he sounds like he can really help my business, increase my sales and things like that. It's fear of missing out. So, look at these and put them across into your own business. And it'll be very, very powerful. Okay, the final one here, and by no means the least important, is reciprocity. So people tend to feel obliged to return favors. Regardless of whether the person likes the gift, they're still inclined to give something in return. Having someone feel indebted to you is something that will always be useful, raising your chances of receiving something you want exponentially. So if I had asked you to share this video at the beginning, you probably wouldn't do it. Now that you've learned all sorts of useful persuasion techniques, you're more likely to do so. Think about it. If I ask you at the end of this video, you feel like you've got all of this value, it's a free YouTube video. If I ask you to share it, you're so more inclined to do that than if I just at the beginning of the video straight up, guys, please share this video. It's because I've done something for you. You feel obligated to do it for me in return. So here are some real life business examples for you guys. Sending personalized gifts and letters to clients, prospects, and people that you want to network with. They feel like you've taken the time to think of them and therefore they are more likely to offer you something in return. So let's say this is a prospect, so a potential client. If you send, I don't know, you can get experimental with this, so whatever you want to do, but let's say that there's a team of a few people and you just send a nice little handwritten letter and a 10-pack of Krispy Kreme donuts for them to enjoy, just saying, hey, here are some donuts. I just wanted you to enjoy them with the team. I wondered if you're free one day next week. I can come in and share some ideas with you. You can tell them a little bit about your business so that you help people do social media marketing, help them increase their revenue. Like, I'm not here to be salesy. I generally just want to come and sit down and have a 10-minute chat with you. Here's my number. Drop us a message. And you sent them like some donuts or a nice little gift. It doesn't have to be too expensive, $10, $20, $15, $30, something like that. That's really not going to break the bank. But by you sending that gift to them and they're a potential client, they don't know who you are, you send them that handwritten note, which is personalized, takes time. You send them a little gift. It's really, really goddamn thoughtful, and all you're asking in for return is not their business. You're simply asking for a meeting. How much more likely do you think they are to do it? It's the law of reciprocity. They feel obliged to offer you that. You've gone so far for them. You've been really thoughtful for them and the team, so it's the least that they can do. Okay, so that's one really good way. And then obviously, let's say with your current clients, let's say you have a social media agency. I'm just using that as examples because that's the business that I run. But let's say let's say I remember my client's birthday, so I get his address and I send him a little gift, maybe a bottle of wine and a note. It cost me $10 max, and just say, hope you have a fantastic birthday. Do you think at any point he is going to leave me? Do you think he's gonna get annoyed at me and be really aggressive to me? The chances are no. The chances are if there's ever an issue, he'll be just more than happy to solve it without jumping to conclusions and closing the contract or anything like that. Trust me, it works. This stuff works. People feel obliged to owe you stuff. Any person that's got a good conscience, if someone really is not a nice person, then this probably won't work, and you don't want to be working with those people anyway. And then the last one I've got here as well is like people you want to network with. So let's say you're a business owner yourself, and there's someone a little bit above you that you kind of want to network with. Send them a little gift, send them a Christmas card. I don't know, get experimental, go on LinkedIn, see if you can find their business address. Send them something, send something to them and their team. People love their kids. So if you could send gift to people's kids as well, that works even better. They feel even more obliged to do something for you. So yeah, get experimental with it. And that's just one example of how you can use reciprocity to your favor. And I just want to say this, don't be like scammy with it. Yeah, obviously you want to do this for business, but you also want to do it to be a nice, genuine human being. So make sure you're keeping that in mind at the same time. Worst case scenario, if nothing comes of it and you send people these gifts, blimey, you're being a good, nice, positive human being. So the worst case scenario, you walk away feeling great about yourself. Another business example is this person always likes, comments, and engages with my social media content. I'll start doing the same in return. You see this everywhere. People who start following you, liking your content, who before you maybe didn't have a clue who they were, but they follow you, they comment on every single one of your videos, they share all your videos, they comment on your posts. Guess what? The chances are you'll then know who they are, and you'll probably do the same in return. You follow them back. That's why follow on follow works so well on Instagram, because people see that, oh, this person followed me, I'll follow them back. So get experimental with this. Reciprocity really, really, really works, and there's been all sorts of studies shown. People like waitresses and stuff where they increase their tips just by giving people a chocolate. So let's say they finished a meal and they don't offer a chocolate. The tips would stay the same. Let's say they walk over and say, "Oh, hi John, thanks for your business. Here are some chocolates." Even if it costs them pennies to buy those chocolates in. That is going to lead to them feeling obliged to give you something in return. So tips increased by something like 18%, and they increased even more when they walk away and then they walk back and give them a second chocolate. I think it increased up to like 21% increase in tips. Just because they feel obliged to give you something in return because you've given them something as simple as a little chocolate. It doesn't have to be big, it can be as small as you want it to be, but this stuff works. And then finally, now is the time to go and execute. So you've learned 5 of the most important persuasion techniques out there. You need to go and execute. Don't just learn this stuff and never apply it. Learn this stuff and execute on it. Go and do something now. Apply at least one of these things that you've learned today into your business. So look, if you found value in this video, please go over and follow me on Instagram at Bradley J. Riley. Did you see what I did there? You guys feel obliged to go and do that now because I've provided you all of this value 100% free of charge. But, obviously this is just a joke. But legit, if you want to see, follow me my day-to-day basis, I post on Instagram stories every single day, documenting the process behind the scenes, and I also try to post daily onto my Instagram sort of value-giving content for you to enjoy. So if you did find value in this video, please go and follow me over on Instagram. And if you do want any of my personal help, you can book in a coaching call or check out my higher level training programs down below. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you did find some value, please go over and follow me on Instagram. All the best. I hope you enjoyed this new kind of style of video. And if you did, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time.